Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Let's just walk it out. 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 Let's go. Feel the pump. Feel the pump. All right. We love that song. We love that song. That's the old school OG pump song that we've been playing, I don't know, for the past year or so. But man, it always gets us super bullish, super pumped. And we just get stepping. We get stepping. All right, guys. I just want to remind you that the crypto game is and has always been the long game. We've always been convinced to play the short game and try and trade and pay attention to the short-term volatility. But if you were to go back in time and look at how the people that were able to hodl for the longest time, to be able to hold through the volatility, through the noise, through the rug pulls, through the extraction points, through all of the shiny thing that's over there, or maybe the shiny thing that's over there. They were able to hold and have conviction, and those people were rewarded very much so, way more than the people that were caught up in all of the short-term FUD and volatility. So I just want to remind you guys that crypto is the long game. It is the long game. So let's keep our heads on straight, and let's prepare. So welcome, guys. We are testing something today. We're testing. Let's see if we're. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video. Is that true? It should be receiving enough video. It looks like it's good now. All right, let's. Oh, stream connection is poor. Oh no. All right, well, let's see if we can. Is it still poor? Are you guys getting a decent feed? Are you getting a shitty feed? Just let me know. For some reason, I guess YouTube is not receiving enough video. But yeah, this is just a nice test stream for a Sunday Spaces with Dano, where we will have a actual Spaces up here as well, and we are hoping that some people will join and they can come in and ask some questions, and we can just chat. It's basically just like a Sunday hangout. We're just going to kind of review what's going on with the markets. We had a lot of huge announcements and things that doesn't really have to pertain. It doesn't pertain to crypto, but ultimately we're having a lot of things come down the pipe with some executive orders being signed. We had a major conflict get just was stopped. The conflict in Rwanda and between Rwanda and the Congo. It was just like, obviously that has been something that's been happening for the past 30 years, just like atrocious stuff. And so now for the first time, there is a peace deal that was signed, thanks to not just, President Trump, but I'm sure a lot of other people that were involved in making this happen. So it's honestly, it's like in the back end of everything, we have all the negative stuff that gets a lot of attention. But when it comes to the things that, the administration and President Trump that they're doing right, it doesn't get as much attention. So stuff like that is huge. So not to mention, we did have a lot of promises be kept by President Trump when it comes to crypto, when it comes to releasing Ross Ulrich. He was given a pardon. We were told that we were going to have a crypto pro-crypto administration, that they were going to be super bullish crypto, that the Operation Choke Point was going to be ending. So this is good. So we're just kind of coming into the first year of this presidency, and I'm very curious to see how it's going to play out, and hopefully we don't get rug pulled. But what I know to be true is that the institutions are coming in with that big money. And how do they like to keep increasing their money? Well, they like that juicy yield. They love that yield. They want that yield, and the way that they're going to get it is not by buying these assets or the altcoins. They might, but there's only going to be a small handful that are going to be buying these altcoins. But what they're really going to be doing is the the issuers of these ETFs that are going to be coming down the pipe here, they are buying the altcoins. And then the big money is just going to buy the ETF that will be listed that has the either basket of altcoins or a set altcoin, whether it be XRP, Dogecoin, Solana. We have already Ethereum ETFs and Bitcoin ETFs, and futures and spot for both of these, but we don't have any XRP ETFs. I think there might be already a type of XRP ETF, but I'm not sure. But according to this, we have multiple issuers and filings for just a XRP ETF. So that's 21 shares, Bitwise, Canary Capital, Wisdom Tree, CoinShares, Franklin Templeton. And the final decision deadline for these ETFs are mid-October 2025. And this is pretty interesting. So we have the SEC could decide earlier if engagement with applicants is active. Polymarket predicts a 79% chance of approval by the end of 2025, with 43% chance saying it would be by July 31st, 2025. And so then we also have the case for Ripple and SEC lawsuit. The appeal deadline was January 15th, 2025. And then now we're starting to see news coming down the pipe that they are going to completely drop all levels of the case. And so it means that it would just be completely closed, shut door case. And then we can see what happens with the XRP price after that, also with the ETFs. Then we have Solana ETFs, multiple filings. We have Bitwise and Grayscale have filed for a Dogecoin ETF. We got the Litecoin. Cardano has Grayscale. But the thing interesting with Cardano, whilst we have all of these other different altcoins have multiple filings for an ETF, we just have for Cardano one. Just one has been filed, and it's been by Grayscale. So the key factors with this is Cardano's regulatory status and market maturity will be scrutinized with only one filing currently active. And I don't really see a lot of, like a lot of excitement over like, oh my God, Cardano is going to get an ETF. Like it just seems like the lot of attention is on the other chains that are actually being used, like Solana. I mean, Litecoin at this point is probably being used more than Cardano. And then we have, we just got to be honest here. Like Solana's been dominating. So it's why it's been able to come back so strong out of the FTX volatility and from it bottoming out to $7. And so Solana has really solidified itself as a multi-cycle, long-lasting layer one that is competing against these other layer ones in the space. So, and there's a lot of things that lead me to think that we will see a $1,000 Solana. And honestly, I think that's bearish. I think having a $1,000 Solana is bearish when you look at the actual chart here. You look at the chart on Solana, and its potential to break this cup and handle pattern is really, really, really strong. So we have this cup and handle pattern on the weekly. We'll look at the weekly chart. And guys, if you're here today, just make sure you are being loud in the chat, in the timeline. Make sure you're letting yourselves be known, because it's never fun when we're just streaming and we're talking to ourselves. You gotta interact. You have to interact. All right, so what's going on, Lori? We got Lori Cannon in the chat. We got Kenyatta. We have, who else? Who else is here? Let's see. We're testing out this Spaces Sunday Hangout, and no one's popping in just yet. So I don't know if the algorithm is just not working. But also we have, let's see, we have this one. So this is the actual stream itself. So I don't know if this is the stream itself. But then if you go here, you can actually connect back into the, did I close it? Whoops. We have, check 1 2. Okay, we're still back. Okay. So if you want to come in here and actually chat and just like hang out, you totally can. You can request to speak if you have anything pressing that you guys need to talk about. I think this would be a cool opportunity for us to do a Sunday hangout where the community can come in. We can talk about some stuff. You guys can give me your thesis. Lori Cannon said, it's too hot to do anything here. Thankfully, I have AC. Yeah, I know. It has been pretty epically hot. Look, today, honestly, I went for a run and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like humid. You know, it's bad enough when it's like super hot, but then it's actually humid at the same time, and you're just like you're dying. But I got a nice run in, a little workout. Have proof of workout. If you just go to my profile here, you can see that I did do proof of work today, proof of work consensus. And I will say, if you want to get a decent workout, man, those stretch bands will mess you up. Like if you do enough sets of the resistance training with the stretchy bands, woo, it'll get you. It'll get you good. So you can get a really good workout with the Stretch Armstrong. So just as a reminder, you don't need much. People think they need to go to a gym and have all the equipment, all the things, all the mirrors, all of the stuff. But really, you just need a couple steel. You need some steel. You need some stretchy bands. And you just need to get your ass out there and work out. People are like, oh, I got to go to the gym. No, just go into your garage and like lift your bike up or something. I mean, it's all these different excuses that people make that I know I've made. And you just have to not make the damn excuses. All right, so Lori Cannon said she's by Lake Erie and it was sweltering. Oh, man. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. We just had someone pop into the space. And they were like, this space is hilarious. Honestly, crypto is the funniest. No, bro, you need to go to the gym. Me? The frog? What you talking about? I'm a clean 145. All muscle. I'm strong as hell. Doesn't look like it, but I could chuck you over a house. So watch out. Watch out, the frog. Oh, that's funny. You're only allowed to say that, the frog, if you actually like, if your arms and everything are bigger than mine, then I'll give it to you. Then I'll give it to you. But speaking of the frog. Speaking of the frog, we got, we think we are in Pepe and Wojak season. The reason being is because Pepe, the chart's a different story. It's not a bottomed out chart, but we have a couple charts that are actually at their complete bottoms. We have ticker Bitcoin. Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu is at that chart where it is pretty much, I mean, it's at the bottom. The only people that are in or that are now in this coin are the ultimate believers, and it's the exchanges. It's really interesting. It's like the people that are in this coin, they're the believers, and it's the exchanges. Because you can see that the liquidity providers, a lot of them have bought up this supply, and you can see that the major exchange listings have been coming down the pipe. One of the big ones is Bybit. It had KuCoin, and also Kraken, and so I think Binance is, it's obviously it's coded, with one of these things like a meme that can't be recreated and can't be copied. Really, I mean, well, people can copy it all day, but it's once you really follow the lore, it's just the coin. It is what it is. There's things that just cannot be recreated, and the community is what it is because of that lore. It's not a forced narrative. It's not like they're trying to make something out of something when it's just like, guys, you literally can't make a meme better than Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. Quote the backpack. You look at the backpack and you go, that's just, what is this? It really, honestly, truly is a meme that everyone wish they could have the lore of. That's the same with Pepe. Same with Wojak. So ticker Bitcoin's one of those charts where you're literally buying the bottom. Another chart, because everyone's trying to find the coin to buy the bottom of, because a lot of this stuff is way overvalued. Like the grifty stuff, the things that were pushed on us for the past year, a lot of it is overvalued. It's overvalued. It's pumped by the cabal. We know this to be true. It's everything is bundled up. We have same addresses buying the runners of the week or whatever it may be, and we just know that something's fishy. Something is fishy about these particular meme coins, and we know this to be true. And so then when you go back and you study the ones that actually had a nice, true pump and sell off, it's things like Wojak and Tigger Bitcoin. I look at these charts and I go, wow, this is the perfect representation of a coin that wasn't manipulated to the point where you have a big run up to the upside and then you get a massive crash. You have it listed for perps on a specific exchange, and then it gets completely traded into the ground, and it's really hard for it to recover from the type of attack like that. We saw it happen with the AI coins. When the AI coins towards the end of last year, we had all these AI coins pump, and all of a sudden you get the major exchange listings perps, and they short it and down 95, 100%. And Binance is one of those culprits that love doing this because they have enough liquidity to be able to do it. And so what ends up happening is you end up buying that price of wherever it was listed, and then it goes boom. And what's going on, everyone? We got AI Griff in the house. We have that's weird. Yeah, Griff 7486. See, he said, weird, my name changed on YouTube. Oh, they changed your name? That's weird. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it said Griff 7486, and then what, did you just change it back? You're like, what the hell? I'm telling you, YouTube has been doing some really weird stuff. Like they've been banning crypto channels. They're copyright striking channels left and right. They're saying, oh, you broke community guidelines, or you did something they've even been saying that crypto channels are a hack threat. Like we're hackers on the timeline trying to scam people. And I get it. I know there's like fake crypto live streams of Michael Saylor, or you'll see big influencers that have there's AI generated videos that are going up of these particular accounts, and it'll send you and funnel you into a scam. 100% that's happening. But you know what's really funny? You know what's really, honestly, it's bullshit, is that those scam accounts have more algorithm and have more people getting funneled to the scam account than they do the real accounts that are actually streaming. For instance, like the Bitcoin, there was 2 Bitcoin channels that they're like, we're just talking about Bitcoin. We're not even talking about meme coins. And they banned those channels. All the while, these scam channels are running rampant free and having the access to even touch the algorithm. So what the hell is going on there? Weird, right? It's like, what is going on? YouTube has completely lost the plot in protecting people that are actually using their platform every single day, not trying to scam people. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I digress. All right, so we are testing this thing. Honestly, guys, what I need you to do is go to David Gokshin's channel and profile and just raid the shit out of him. This dude, with the loudest mouth, which I appreciate. I appreciate David because he makes me laugh. But what I have found fascinating is literally I will do my live stream at 11 a.m. I'll live stream for an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. Out of there, it's not like it's for an hour and a half you're going to get all the alpha. But what you're going to get is about in certain segments in that hour and a half, I'm going to say some gold nuggets because I'm not on script. I'm going right off the dome, and I'm going off of my experience of the past 3.5 years that I've been in crypto and what I've seen. And I've noticed that the bro says the same shit that I'm saying, almost sometimes word for word, and I'm convinced. I'm like, I'm on to you, David. I feel like you're watching my streams, and then you're going and repeating what I'm saying. The only way we can squash this is if we just do, we got to do a stream together. But I feel like we would have some fun. We'd have some fun. So raid David Gokhstein's profile. Tell him what the hell are you doing not getting me on the show, because we'd have some fun. We'd have a nice conversation. And we at least will make people laugh. I know that for a fact. But okay. I found a cool collection that I was like, damn, this is actually really cool. I love the Sprotos always. The love for the Sproto community has created all different types of creative endeavors for people, and side NFTs and derivatives of the ticker. I mean, SPX 6900 is a freaking derivative of ticker Bitcoin. Like, all the projects that are now have, quote, surpassed ticker Bitcoin and are doing better than ticker Bitcoin, they're all derivatives of ticker and also the Sprotos. So it's really funny. So you got the Sproto ladies. This is the one that I'm eyeing, and it's actually priced pretty well. It's like $157 0.06 ETH, and it's actually a really good combo. So if you're into the Miladies and you're also into the Sprotos and you want a nice little fusion, this is a good collection. And this is on Ethereum, and let's see. It's on Sol too. These are on Sol. Okay, I didn't check and see what other chains they were on. I just saw this one, but this popped up in my timeline, and I totally forgot the fact that I know there's all these different derivatives of the Sprotos that you can get in at really good prices. And the kind of like what can happen with certain NFTs and certain projects is like when one starts to go up and become successful, it's kind of like the CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks solidified itself for a while to be like the number one NFT. And then because of that, all the NFTs that kind of got brought up with it. It was like the crypto gaming bull run. We had one crypto game do really, really well, which was Axie Infinity. If you guys remember, Axie Infinity had millions of players worldwide, and people were literally farming people to farm their Axies. It was wild. So, and because of that, the whole gaming ecosystem of metaverse tokens and gaming tokens, and even if it didn't even have a product, that shit went up so crazy. Like just speculation wise, like people were just buying stuff that had nothing, didn't even have a game yet. They're like, we might release a game, and people were still buying it. So it's interesting what happens when you have that carry up of like, and I think that's what's going to happen with like things like Grand Theft Auto, World of Warcraft, all the stuff that's like MMO, where they had in-game currency ecosystems already built inside the game, but there wasn't true value that the player could then take out and then actually make money from it because they're spending their time in the ecosystem. This is where the paradigm shift and the stuff that have been thinking about, you know, we know it's coming down. We know it's coming down the pipe, but it's going to get even more extensive than you were even dreaming of what you're thinking. We've gotten the glimpse through movies and the predictions of like how we're going to be completely like woven inside of these digital realms. But it's being soft played right now through the gaming and through the gaming ecosystems and through crypto and through digital finance. It's all soft playing and trickling in different levels and waves that eventually it's going to be full on immersion. Full on immersion. At least that's my prediction, is that there will be break-off societies that are fully immersed, where they don't even barely use their body anymore. They will be fully immersed. And then there's going to be people that are going to be the naturalists, where they're going to be like, I don't want to fuse, I don't want to be a transhuman, I don't want to be fully immersed. And there's going to be periods of time over the next 10 years where there's going to be Bitcoin cities. There's going to be Bitcoin safe havens in cities where literally like Bitcoin millionaires are going to be able to just like, it's going to be crypto cities. Dubai's already that right now. Dubai is a safe haven city for the rich, where crypto's fully accepted and completely, almost now not fully, but integrated into how you can operate there. And Lori Cannon makes a good point. She mentions about the Pokemon Go and how that was just such a phenomenon and how it got people into something. It got users in. And this crypto is going to have that, trust me. And people are going to realize that they're using it until they do, and then they're going to be like, oh, everything's already on chain now. Everything's already going to be on chain. So it takes that technological advance and a product to push us into that era. And then that's how the retail actually comes in. And I will mention too, guys, like the reason you're wondering why retail isn't here. Well, it's because the social risk of what it takes to stay in crypto has dropped off the freaking map. And let me go to Benjamin Cohen. Benjamin Cohen recently just posted a video talking about the social risk of crypto and how you're wondering why, there's the drop off here. And you can see that as Bitcoin's price has been creating new all-time highs, the social risk has been going down. So the price is the blue line and the social risk. And he has different measures. He's got like the YouTube subscribers, YouTube views, the Twitter analysts and Twitter exchanges, layer ones that are mentioned, Twitter layer one's risk. So you should pull in Instagram and TikTok and just kind of have everything, because now, we do have a presence on those. And he mentions this in that video too. You have to understand that, like, since 2022, like, and I mentioned this in my videos too, that like it's just the institutions and exchanges that are making these prices do what they're doing, because that's where the liquidity is. The liquidity is not with retail. We haven't had liquidity in 5 years. We got rocked. Like, we all got rocked. Unless you're a part of the 10% of people that didn't get gaslighted or bamboozled or price increased or bought a lemon during the retail craze, and then now had to go into debt to like sustain what you bought because you overbought everything. You might have even got a car payment. Oh God, no. What did you do? I know what's happening, guys. Here's the thing. What we need to be telling people and reminding people is that for the past 4 years, we were getting raped. You probably, at a point, were making more money. And then you were like, yeah, let me ante up. Let me, okay, now I can afford this car. Okay, now I can do this. Now I can do that. And all of a sudden, everything went up triple, quadruple the price. So that's for everyone. It wasn't just like it was just, it just happened to a group of people. It was across the board. Interest rates are still at the highest they were, and not being cut until just now recently. So we've been tightened to the point where we don't have any money left, and people are operating off of credit cards and are also getting laid off, can't get a job. So then there's really no liquidity. So the only freaking way that retail will ever touch crypto again is if they get free money. And it ain't even free still. It's just money that they're getting back from being stolen from for past 4 years. So the Doge team and all these tariffs and all this shit that the government's talking about saving money, well, damn it, they better send it back to retail, because if they don't, they'll never touch crypto again. The only reason why people invested or even tried to is because they got a stimulus check. That's it. It's the only reason. You can see it here. That was the only reason. We had a little bit of euphoria, and then everyone got freaking scammed, and even celebrities were getting scammed. And then that, you think retail confidence is going to come in when they heard that Tom Brady and everyone lost millions and millions of dollars, and they think they're smart, and so they're like, oh God, but they're stupid. And so they're not here. They have no interest in crypto. Not a single lick of interest. It is the big money. It's big liquidity. Okay? That's it. The only way that retail's coming back in is if we get free money. That's it. We have to get our piece out of these tariffs and out of the Doge savings. And we do want it, but we don't want it in just like a damn, here you go, a pity check of $5,000. No, if you're getting consistent revenue coming in and it's surprising you, oh my God, so $89 billion in tariff revenue so far, cool, bro. You better start sending it to the people that actually need it, which is everyone. That's just a fact, because if that's the case, and it's not coming from printed money, which is the only reason why we got the stimulus to begin with, is they printed all the money and they gave us like 2% of that printed money. They sent it all out to other places. Obviously, we know what happened there. Hence why the 40% of the supply was printed in the past 4 years of the dollar. And you can see this by the DXY chart. You can actually see it by the DXY chart. Here's all the money that started to be printed. It dropped the dollar all the way down to 89, and then and then basically all the rich people were able to borrow against everything, their stock, all that at 0% interest, while retail got fucked. And then you can see all the way up here. Then they brought the dollar way back up again in strength, and it rose the interest rates from then quote 0 all the way back to freaking 5%. Do you see what happened? Retail was stolen from. Anyone who was on a path to be getting out of lower class and getting into almost middle class, they got hammered. It's called the siphoning. They freaking squeezed retail, middle class retail and lower middle class, and pushed them into poverty. Instead of keeping the rates the same and then letting retail actually recover, they didn't give retail a chance to recover. They just kept wrecking us all the way up to the point of still right now. While every other central bank has cut rates, for some reason, the Fed has their agenda to continue to wreck the actual retail person. So now you can see the dollar is being weakened. It's going on the same path, and then what are they going to do? They're going to then go, okay, we'll lower the interest rates, and it's this game that they're playing. So it really is interesting how all this ties into the social risk of people and the social risk of crypto, and how and why we're wondering why there's no alt season. And that also has to have the fact that we still have to have these Bitcoin BTC ratios look healthy, especially the ETH one. So so it's really important to start looking at these ratios of the BTC ratio of your altcoin, like Chainlink, Cardano, XRP. You want to know why I don't trust Cardano right now? And I don't care what Charles says about the Bitcoin DeFi, is because your BTC ratio sucks. And so I'm not going to get convinced this time to buy your overvalued VC BS whilst I could literally buy a meme coin and have fun. I can have fun and buy a token that could be way more multi-cycle and has literally no baggage, like, for instance, the baggage of Charles Hoskinson being super lame. Hate to say it, but... All right, so what are you saying? Dano, type something, see if yours changes. What happened? Is YouTube is being really weird? The frog... What is that? Shibman though? Hold on, wait a second. What is that? Wait a second. What the hell? Why is your app? That's so weird. Why can't I click on your... Where's your channel? Oh, that's weird. Why does it say Shib? That's so weird. Why doesn't it say Shibman? Interesting. I've never actually clicked on your I'll subscribe to you. Did we have anyone join on the hang? You guys could be chatting right now. You could be talking right now. I have to leave in 5 minutes, so this is your last chance. Guys, get on here's the Spaces link. Here's the Spaces link. Can I share it? Copy link. You guys can literally pop in here and ask me anything and say whatever you want. You can come on here and say I'm an idiot. It doesn't matter. Now, why am I more confident in Solana? Well, it's because that ETH BTC, that SOL BTC ratio is starting to go. And you remember whenever we've had the ratio really pumping on 2021 and also in 2023. Look, once we got over this 20 EMA ribbon right here on that green line, it was go time. Now, this is really important to do this with all of your altcoins. So go to the large cap altcoins. We'll kind of go and see, well, like for instance, Aave. Like that was the one that we were really looking at and going, oh, whoa, 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 hold the phone. Hold that monkey phone. All right, look at this. So this is another coin, just like Solana, that is looking like it is in a massive cup and handle breakout pattern is Aave. And I want to mention again, if you're really watching the money, everyone wants you to watch their stupid, like their extractor, meme coin, whatever, garbage, thread guy kind of stuff. No, you need to pay attention to where people with real money are going. So look at what they're doing. They have a shit ton of ETH. They have a lot of Tron. Tron is the de facto chain that has been used for minting stablecoins forever.
I don't know if it's me.
Yo, what's going on? All right, we got someone in. What's going on? We got Scully. Who's this? Scully 420. What's good?
Yeah, it's AI Griff.
Oh, it's AI. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, you got a voice to it now.
Yeah, let's go. We were see. I knew this would turn out. I knew someone would eventually come on and want to say something. But yo, what's going on? And thank you for being a supporter of the channel. By the way, you've been super OG.
Absolutely. I remember your first video.
Oh my gosh, no, forget it fast. And I was.
I was thinking. It's almost like BitBoy's downfall was the top of the absolute market, and it's sad to say.
When I think about it, yeah, the arcs, it seemed like that was like the arc of redemption, but then also it was a representation, maybe through like consciousness, the collective consciousness of crypto. It was almost like, man, like BitBoy had a fall, and then everything else, like the sentiment just fell after that.
It did too. It was almost I like to call it like the death of the degen.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did make me a ton of money, I will say that, but I don't know what happened to him towards the end. But yeah, yeah. I kind of I look back and I think about it, and yeah, that's when it started really going downhill. And I think retail is stuck in pump.fun.
Yeah,
and that really sucks. I think they're all cruising for the 0.0005 coins to go to a penny.
Yep. I mean, it's really alluring, you know, because the pump fund and all of these different token creation, you know, protocols, it's just basically like a sport. It's like sports betting almost, you know. It's got that same type of prediction markets. You're really just predicting on, you know, very small narratives, and then it's just in and out, you know. There are a few, obviously, like Fart Coin's probably one of the ones that I think. Which one actually came out of the biggest one was Fart Coin, right? That came out of Pump Fund in terms of market cap.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so it's like it can happen, like something like a Fart Coin coming out of this, but it's like very rare. I mean, it's rare, you know. So it's, and what I think is why people are doing this, why they're so attracted to Pump.Fun, is because they, like, the retail mindset right now has been very much into sports. I think it's just really sports betting. You think of like DraftKings and Hard Rock. What's the one? There's like a Hard Rock one that's like really popular too. It's whatever the one Post Malone promotes. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like like Hard Rock something. It's like there's like it's whatever the one. It's like really it's really popular. You must be going through a dead spot, but
oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. I almost want to say some of the wallets, like the Phantom wallet, Magic Eden, they started kind of getting into that and making their own, not so much memes, but making it easier to get that scratch off ticket. You know, you can, and then I don't know if you know, like Phantom, the wallet, you can follow people, and then you can go to their wallet and you can see what coins they're buying.
Yeah.
And then you can see when they bought them and if you missed out on a gain or a loss.
Nice. So you can say, man, where have I been? I mean, I've been on the Phantom wallet, and I know you can follow people and you can have like but now you can actually go in and you can see what their transaction.
Yep. There's you can click on their name and see it, but if you go down, I think it's the second button over, it will have, you have to follow people though. Usually it has a little I think it's, let me go into my wallet real quick on my phone. Hopefully that is you. I don't.
I guess I'm just old school. Like I like going into the deck screener, clicking on the holders and clicking on the, you know, top traders and clicking on the just going into the old school ETH scan. And it's probably because I really am. I feel like I'm just like that, like an old boomer in crypto, like going back to the 2021 DeFi days of like going into Pancake Swap and, you know, and when I start to go into these new platforms and like all the, you know, the different like the pump funds, it's almost like the TikTok of crypto. It's like the TikTok of crypto. And I know when I open the TikTok app myself, I immediately close it because I'm like, because it's like quick, fast, and I'm just like, and stuff screaming at me, and I end up closing it immediately. And I'm like, my phone's like this. I'm like, I don't know if anyone else feels like that about TikTok, but like it definitely is for like the younger generation, which has the attention span of a goldfish.
Yeah, yeah, it's almost like a Facebook follow, or there for a while it was a big craze to follow people. Everybody wanted to have followers, and nobody knew why.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know like
Everybody's
in
talking
Instagram they
airdrop,
took
wasn't
the
an
where you
airdrop.
could actually see the amount of likes that a post has now. Like you can see the amount of comments, but like the like they took the heart, like they took that away to where you can't really see.
Uh,
Interesting.
have you been looking into any Solano ecosystem? They have the phone coming out in August. It ships out August 4th. The Secret.
Nice. Yeah, I was following the phone for a little bit, and I know that was going to be definitely another Solana catalyst of them just breaking into, breaking into that market. And I wonder what they're going to have like airdropped on the phone, because I know the second phone, or was it the first phone or the second phone that had the bonk airdrop that ended up like paid for the phone and then like triple quadruple the amount of what the phone value was if you were to just hold the airdrop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
People were selling the phone for like $3,000 because it had a bonk
Yeah.
airdrop is what it was.
I think it had the
And I actually
Myro
have-
too.
What did it have?
It had Myro too, which was the Solana. No one talks about Myro anymore, but I remember that was one of the dog coins that was apparently like that was going to be the one because it was the Solana dev's dog's name, Myro. But I mean,
Myro.
literally, do you
Yeah,
even? Yeah,
I do
no one
remember
talks
that.
about it. It's funny how these coins they'll just come and go. They'll just come and go, like, and no one gives a shit anymore.
Oh yeah,
You
like
know?
a fart in the wind, man.
Yep. That's
I
what
do
that's what
have
fart
my,
coin might end up being, as a fart in the wind, but we'll see.
I do have a Seeker phone coming. I got mine the first week that they announced it, and I also have a case. So I will keep you updated on what goes on with that phone if you want.
Please, yeah. Yeah, maybe we could do a review or something like that. Once you get it in, you can come on the channel and we'll just do like a phone review or something. I've been trying.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What I've been trying to get access to, I want to test out that freaking SG1. It's like the Solana gaming device. It looks like a.
Oh yeah, Solana Play.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, I stream every day. I'm trying to build a community here. Send me some stuff so I can test it out. And it's like cricket sounds.
Did you go to their Discord and talk to them?
No, I didn't, but maybe I should do that. Now it's a yes. And okay, now you're giving me some ideas.
Yep. You go on to find it. The easiest way, you can go to. I usually find mine on Magic Eden.
Okay.
And then go to their X space, so I know it's legit. But you can go on there and you might be able to get something like that. I faded them at 1 Sol, and now they're like 5.5 for the NFT, and then you burn the NFT for the gaming console. And then they have your avatar so you can get multiples on it. I think that's at like 1.5 Sol or something. But yeah, I'm pretty big, and I liked watching the NFTs and getting in. I'm only in one big group, but that's it.
Okay.
But I like watching.
Yeah. It's funny. I felt like I was going to really get heavy into NFTs like a couple of years ago. It's funny. My Discord image, my PFP, was the first NFT I ever bought, and it was called a Billionaire Zombie. It was the Billionaire Zombies Club. And they had this whole...
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember them?
Yes.
It looked very promising. I mean, they were doing monthly or like daily like live AMAs. They were saying, "Hey, we have all the we're building a game. There's going to be functionality like with the NFTs with the game." They were like had all these different like meta crystals that you could it just seemed promising. But then I realized out of that part of the market in that time, there was like hundreds of NFT projects that were promising that they were going to do all this stuff in the roadmap. And then eventually what happened is they all just capitulated and just went belly up. Pretty much 90% of them just went away. and it just did not survive.
Yeah. I found one NFT group, and it's on Solana, and the reason I stay in the group is because I get a lot of knowledge. They have like a defender thing. I know when certain X accounts are hacked or things are hacked. I've needed coins that I couldn't exchange that I got airdropped from the US, so I can get with one of them and I send them my coins, and then they can send me back the money, because I can't exchange it. Small things like that. I think being in a NFT community will keep you tapped into the Web3 community and keep you knowledgeable.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
But to try to make money, man, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm on Go Miner, and that's how I mine my Bitcoin, and you have a physically backed NFT of your miner, so I can sell it if I want. I just put it on the marketplace and sell it. But it makes me right now about $6 a day, and I just let it go. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything because I'm earning every day. It's not a whole lot, but it's more than the average Joe.
Send me the info for that. I'd like to get into that. That'd be cool.
The Go Miner?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty legit. I keep my my miner in my ledger, and then you just hit a little service button. I'll send you some info on it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, because I'm not doing any type of mining, so I think I need to start. I've always been interested, but and I was about to pull the trigger here soon on being like a pulse chain node or like a hex node, but I know you gotta have a pretty penny to be able to do it, and people would think I'm crazy, but
yeah. The Go mining, you have to have a little, you have to invest in to get something out. That hex chain, I'm torn because my gut tells me that anything that is hated that bad is probably good.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like you want to inverse all the FUD, all the hate, because that was the same with Pepe. Tigger Bitcoin was the same way. It was like,
and you learn that from being in the space. You learn that.
Oh, you have to. Yeah, you can't. It's not taught. You can't teach it. It's like you have to experience it. It's like you have to experience it firsthand and feel it. That you're like, wow, I was convinced of something this whole time, whilst I knew about this particular thing and had a chance to trust your instincts. And it just proves that the attacks on people's psyche are very much real. And these people know this to be true. It's just like James Wynn.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give an example of fucking James Wynn because he's exactly the character that comes in during these times in a bull run to distract you and extract you, post a donation address, whatever it may be, and then you never hear from them again. They come in, distract you, take your money, and then they're gone. And it's just what happened the same with bin.eth, if you guys remember that. Bin.eth, same thing. Types in all caps, gets all the attention, gets you to not pay attention to the thing that was right in front of your face, which for me, it was Pepe and Tigger Bitcoin. Massive, massive fade. And then here we are. We're like, wow.
Dude, okay. I have you heard of Planetar?
Yes. It's Palantar. But Crypto Face is an idiot, and he keeps calling it Planetar to be an asshole.
Yeah, that's why I said it. You know where I got it from the way.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we need to be looking at Planetar, and I'm like,
yeah, that's gonna be a banger. And then I started seeing it on YouTube, and I started seeing on anonymous videos. I don't know if you watch the anonymous videos at all. I started seeing that. And that is usually a precursor of things that are to come. And that's the government's AI thing that steals. There's another one, too, that they just came out with. God, I looked it up. I'll have to look it up again. It's just like Palatar. It just opened up last week, and I want to say it did a double. Are you in CryptoFace's Discord?
No, I'm not. He doesn't let me. He doesn't let me join in anything. I don't think he likes me. I'm kidding.
I think you have to be paid.
It's probably paywalled.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah. He should just let my ass in for free. Shit. I don't know why. But
you what?
I say he needs to just let me in his damn circle. I feel like we would have a very funny ass stream together and have a lot of fun, but he's holding out on me.
He's playing hard to get.
He is playing hard to get, and I get it. He's fucking playing hard to get.
You got to be an MMA fighter, and then once you're an MMA fighter,
I got to start using Market Cipher on the stream, and then he'll probably be like, "Okay, all right."
Yeah, just post a bare knuckle pose.
Hey, right, Dano, is Da Vinci still engaged? I don't know. I hope so.
I'm gonna jump off here for now. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, same.
You got to have more of these.
This is why I was
being able to.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people don't. They get a little shy about it.
Well, I think in this space, there's no room for being shy. You honestly have to be the loudest, most annoying person, and eventually they have no choice but to pay attention to you. So that's kind of how I've been. It's like that's been my whole goal in this game, is just to be like, you're gonna see my stupid face everywhere, whether you like it or not. But
yeah, keep throwing out those Pepe memes. Those real people in.
But yeah, I'll do this more. I think if we do this we'll build this up pretty strong. Do a Sunday hangout where we'll just shoot the shit and we'll pull up charts. We'll talk about NFTs. I mean, we'll talk about everything. We'll talk about all the stuff, the memes. And I would love to also hear everyone's opinion, because I'm always talking to you guys like in the chat and feel like I'm yelling at you guys, but I want you to come in and just like be a part of the conversation. So this is super cool. So yeah, let's definitely do this more.
I don't know. Are you in a smaller town area, or do you have a lot of people around that do crypto at all?
No one does crypto at all around me. I mean, there might be someone in the basement that I don't know about, but
that's the same here. I maybe know one person, and I got them into it, and they're all into degen coins. So
yeah. But all right. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the time. I gotta go. All right. Well, thank you, AI Griff. Thanks for coming in. Awesome. Thanks for saving the space at the end there. You came in at the perfect time.
Absolutely. I didn't even know what was going on. I seen the stream and I knew you were testing something I didn't know. And as soon as you dropped that link, I was hitting it.
Bam. All right. Well, let's go. Well, next Sunday, let's promote the crap out of this. Let's get like a bunch of people. I feel like we had like hundreds of people in here. We can all talk and have a blast, and maybe we'll build something from the ground up, you know?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Till next time, man.
All right, man. Yeah. Peace. Day. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone for coming in to do this little Sunday hangout. And thanks to AI Griff for coming into the spaces and saving these spaces to make it a little bit more entertaining. And let me know if you guys want me to do this more often on every Sunday, because we totally can. We can for sure do a Sunday hangout where you guys can come in. And I just want to hear directly from you. So thank you. Happy Sunday. God bless every single one of you and your families. I hope you get some time to spend with your families this weekend. I know you've been working real hard, but on Monday, let's get back to it. Let's grind, and let's see how much Bitcoin Michael Saylor's going to buy on Monday. All right. Peace out. Have a good day.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coin. Boom! Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is on Harry Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOS